let's talk about the ladies. Welcome to Wrestle Capsule. My name is B. Elise, and today we're going to be talking about the women's division in WWE and some grievances that I want to get out, and some things that I think wrestling fans need to think about as a whole. First things first, let me just talk about the women's Intercontinental Championship and the women's United States Championship. Now, I have a huge gripe with this.
But why?
Not trying to sound #ungrateful, but if it's giving that, that's not my intent. I just don't like the fact that there's no original identity for the women's championships. Like, why couldn't they have just gotten an original belt? Like a new name, something fresh. And this might come off so bad, and I'm not trying to sound misogynistic because I don't hate women. I'm a woman. Like that, the math with math anyway. The history of those two belts is huge, and what I desire is for the women to have their own set of belts that are unique to their journey, unique to their journey in women's pro wrestling. And I would have rather WWE come up with different concepts, new names, new designs. What about Women's Legacy Championship or Phoenix Championship or Global or like Atlas, Women's Atlas Championship, like Women's Meridian Championship, something that has something to do with like geographical location, like keeping the same kind of like theme as the men, but it being different with a twist, like Women's Legacy Championship or Pinnacle, something. Now, as I was editing this video, I thought about something. I feel like instead of having two different belts for the women, the Women's United States Championship and the Women's Intercontinental Championship, I'm under the belief that WWE should just have one mid-card belt for the women right now. Like, eventually, yes, the women's division is going to grow more and more. We have so many bright stars coming up in NXT. The women's division NXT is just getting better and better. My opinion, I'm sticking to it. But for now, I feel like just having one mid-card belt for the women on the main roster, for this champion to be able to move between, the main rosters, Raw and SmackDown. And on top of that, just having one championship, one mid-card championship for now, for the women. Like, for instance, like I was talking about the, what I came up with, the WWE, Meridian Championship or the Women's Meridian Championship or whatever. It's their championship. Imagine the new storylines that you could have. Like, let's be real, like WWE does not even take the draft system seriously anyway. People be jumping on from Raw, SmackDown, and vice versa. So I'm just like, if y'all don't care about the draft and whoever's on Raw stays on Raw, whoever stays on SmackDown stays on SmackDown. If that's the case, like, does it really matter? But I feel like that's going to keep things really spicy for the women's division, especially in the mid-card, because it's just like, hey, your champion might be on Raw this week, or she'll be on SmackDown this week. That's what I'm thinking, as opposed to having these two belts, one for one show and the other for the other. There's so many other options that they could have went with, and they didn't for whatever reason. Now, what I've liked WWE to do is build a new championship, giving room for the women to build their own legacy instead of piggybacking on the men's pro wrestling legacy in WWE. And I get it. The women, the female wrestlers, they want to feel equal. They want to feel important, and there's nothing wrong with that. And I agree with it. Like, these female superstars in WWE have worked so hard to get where they are, and the women be before them had to work hard. The amount of work that the female superstars had to put in just to get wrestling fans to care about their storylines, to care about their matches, all the while trying to have wrestling fans focus on what they're doing in the competitiveness of their matches as opposed to their sex appeal, panties and bra matches. And quite honestly, I just feel like WWE might have taken the easy way out on this one. Not saying I want a new Divas Championship. No! Like, I ain't saying that, no disrespect. Let us remember, there was a time where women in WWE who were wrestlers were not even called superstars like the men. They were called divas. And diva, the word in of itself, has a negative connotation. The divas in WWE took that championship, ran with it, tried to make a difference, build a legacy, and build up the prestige of that belt. And I remember for the longest time, I would get so pissed off talking about panties and bra matches in Attitude Era, Ruthless Aggression, and tapering off when we were entering into the Divas era. It would just grind my gears. Taking a step back and really looking at it now, like, you can't get mad, especially female wrestling fans. Like, you can't get mad. It's in the industry. It's in the WWE is in the entertainment industry. And what do I mean by that? Look beyond WWE. Look at the entertainment industry as a whole. Then and now, you have the ring girls in boxing, you got the cheerleaders and the dancers and what they're wearing in NFL and the NBA. I mean, it's raining booties and booby cheeks, like twerking and flaunting their assets.
For the love of God!
It's like, it's the entertainment industry, and these companies within the entertainment industry know what their audience wants, or know what they want to make their audience want, if you catch my drift. And honestly, when you just really get right down to the nitty-gritty, the entertainment industry is inherently wicked.
What? Bro, what are you talking about, man?
I don't know how else better to say it. Like, the entertainment industry feeds on the lusts of people, and 9 times out of 10, unfortunately, the men are the ones a lot of times that are just giving into it and are into it, because what do they see? They see hot girls on the TV screen flaunting their assets. Like, of course they're gonna gravitate towards that. It's not their fault. It's the companies are putting this stuff in their face. And with the industry feeding on the lust of the people, in turn, it makes them look at women as eye candy. I mean, sex sells, unfortunately, and the industry entertains you and tells you what's hot, tells you what's not, tells you what to like, tells you what not to like, tells you how to treat women, tells you how to treat men. Like, this is ridiculous! And to kind of get back in wrestling in WWE, like, I'm just glad that the women's division has evolved the way that it has. Yes, 9 times out of 10, you still gonna see, butt cheek here and there. You're gonna see the boobies sitting on the platter, but they are working hard and they're wrestling. They are pro wrestlers. They're superstars. The sad part of all of that is there's reason why their gear is revealing. I get it. It gets hot out there. And like I said before, they wear like a lot of the female superstars, not just in WWE, but just in pro wrestling in general. The female pro wrestlers, they wear sexy gear, and they have to wear that, but still feel comfortable enough in it to do these athletic moves and have these great matches, or at least have matches that keep you watching, keep you compelled in the story that they're telling in the ring without having a wardrobe malfunction. Really ask yourself this, like, if female wrestlers in WWE had ring gear like Beth Phoenix, and I mean like later, like a little bit older Beth Phoenix, Raquel Rodriguez.
But wait, there's more.
Or better yet, if the female superstars in WWE dressed like the way they have to dress when they wrestle over in Saudi Arabia, would you be interested in watching them? I'm just putting that out there. Would you still care about their storylines? Would you care about their championship matches? Would you care about their promos? Honest question. I get it. It's in your face. They look beautiful.
Well, duh.
They look good. I get it. But just be honest with yourself. Would you still watch them? Men, in all honesty, I am not trying to single y'all out. I'm not trying to make y'all like feel like you Nancy, you misogynist, and y'all you care about 666. All you care about is women being naked and stuff. Like that's not. I'm not even coming at it from that side. All I'm trying to say is how you answer that question. If you're really honest with yourself, it does shed light on the current culture, the culture climate that we're currently in right now. But let's just circle back to the championships, because I do want to say this. Lita introducing the WWE Women's Championship in 2016 to replace the Divas Championship, it was needed. I get it. Women's wrestling was evolving. There was no more panties and bra matches. There was no more them just coming out and flaunting themselves and have the mud matches and all the bubbles and all that stuff. Like, it was going away, and women were starting to be taken seriously in the pro wrestling world, having longer matches, having actual main event matches like in WWE. People's actually caring, more female wrestling fans coming into the picture and actually watching the product, because we were seeing more representation of us women. And then you could even go further. We're seeing even more representation when it comes to women of color, female wrestlers having championship matches, having great storylines, just doing big things. With all the history that the women in WWE have built, the legacies that they've built, the matches, the storyline, unforgettable storylines, like the stuff that has happened in the women's division has brought us to what we have today. I feel like the women totally deserve original championships that are separate from the men. They're not less than the men. They're equal. But guys, let me know what you thought about the topics that I talked about in this video. Whether you agree with me or disagree with me, let me know in the comments down below. Have some decorum, please. Come on. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Thank you so much for watching. Signing off. Bye.